an established neighborhood with an incredibly convenient location with majestic oak trees, open views of ponds, lakes, and nature preserves, and even rolling hills. Top that off with a championship golf course designed by Ron Garl. If you like the sound of that, you've got to check out Timacuan in Lake Mary, which we're going to do in 4K video right now. Welcome. It's Doug Packard, your no BS Orlando area real estate expert at Timacuan, one of Lake Mary and Seminole County's premier golf communities. Timacuan is a master plan community of 550 homes in 9 separate neighborhoods on 400 acres of former farm and orange grove land just off Interstate 4 in Lake Mary, 20 miles north of downtown Orlando. I watched this subdivision being built as it was developed by one of my oldest friend's family. If you can believe this, I actually played golf on the Timacuan course before it ever opened and before a single house was built. If you have any questions about Timacuan or any area in Central Florida, feel free to text, email, or call me anytime for straightforward answers without the typical realtor BS and rah-rah. You can also drop your questions in the comments below if you prefer. There's also a link in the description if you'd like to see all the homes currently for sale in Timacuan, as well as those currently under contract and those that have recently sold. If you will, please hit the like, subscribe, and notification buttons. It helps us out a lot. Now let's dive into Timacuan. Timacuan, which by the way is named after a local Indian tribe that lived in the area hundreds of years ago, was developed in the late 80s in a joint venture between the longtime landowners Trish Stenstrom and her family and a longtime area developer named Hubert Early. It started as an all-custom home development and it had a golf villa section. The savings and loan crisis happened shortly after, the real estate market suffered, and the development was foreclosed upon, and Sunbank, now Truist, eventually sold the remaining lots to David Weekley Homes, Ryland Homes, and MI Homes, and the remainder of the community was built out by those builders. The main entrance to Timacuan is off of Reinhardt Road, and while not a gated community, Timacuan does have a gate at the back of the neighborhood. And the reason for this gate is to prevent the neighborhood from being a cut-through between Reinhardt Road and Country Club Road. There is a look at the back gate at Timacuan, and that takes you out to Country Club Road. Timacuan is divided up into 9 separate sections. This is Eagle Run, where some of the earlier homes were built, all custom homes, many of which were on the golf course. And this is Stratton Hill, which is the golf villa and zero lot line section. So the 9 different neighborhoods are Fairway Hills, Lake Dawson Estates, Hunter's Ridge, Stratton Hill, Clubhouse Cove, Summerlin, Signature Cove, Hopewell Creek, and Eagle Run. The centerpiece of the community is the Timacuan Golf Club, an 18-hole championship golf course designed by Ron Garl. The club was recently taken over by Lynx Asset Trust, and they're taking the club completely private. The club had been operating as semi-private for many years. The club features a 24,000 square foot clubhouse with a wide range of food and beverage options, banquet facilities, and a fully equipped pro shop. It's an excellent location for weddings and corporate events. As you can see, the course is very scenic with lots of water holes. There's also an excellent lighted practice facility. Fairway Hills is by far the largest neighborhood section in Timacuan, and where many of the David Weekley and Ryland homes were built. There are a few custom homes scattered throughout Fairway Hills. Most of those are on the golf course, but for the most part, it's David Weekley and Ryland homes. Summerlin is a neighborhood right by the back gate, and it was built by MI Homes. They are typically on smaller lots than what you might see in other sections of Timacuan. We're going to zoom out on Google Earth and take a look at Timacuan's location in the road network around it. It has an excellent location just east of I-4, and the entrance is off of Reinhardt Road. This is State Road 46 going into downtown Sanford. This is 46A. This is Lake Mary Boulevard. That's downtown Lake Mary. 417, which is the Eastern Beltway, and 429, which is the Western Beltway. There's a shopping center at the entrance to Timacuan with a Publix grocery store and several other small shops and restaurants. And the Cross Seminole Trail crosses Timacuan Boulevard, and that connects you to 40 miles of bike trails in Seminole County alone. Remember that back gate I showed you earlier? Well, just outside that back gate is the Lake Mary Sports Complex, which has beautifully manicured baseball and softball fields. Trailblazer Park, which is a kid's splash pad and playground. There's Trailblazer Park from the air, along with a soccer field right next to it. There are batting cages. There's the Lake Mary Tennis Center, which is right next to the complex, that has 7 hard-true clay tennis courts. There's a skate park. You can see the skate park on the right, and the golf course you see in the distance is Mayfair Country Club. That's not Timacuan, it's in a different direction. You can also see the basketball courts. Hunter's Ridge is the first neighborhood you come to in Timacuan from the main entrance, and it's one long street with homes on each side. This is Signature Cove. It's another custom home section. And this is Hopewell Creek, which is David Weekley and Ryland Homes. We're back to Fairway Hills. Fairway Hills gets more airtime because it's the largest section in Timacuan. Timacuan's located right between downtown Lake Mary and Colonial Town Park. And both of those areas have plenty of shops, restaurants, and fun stuff to do. And don't forget the Sunrail station right in downtown Lake Mary. And lastly, on Reinhardt Road, just down the street from Timacuan's entrance, there is a 125-bed hospital by Orlando Health under construction, and it's scheduled to open in late 2024. And I'm going to give you one last look here at a couple of the neighborhoods before we finish. So that's our comprehensive look at Timacuan and all its neighborhoods. Now you see why Timacuan is one of the Orlando area's most popular communities. Remember, there's a link in the description below to all the Timacuan homes for sale. Let me know if there's any you'd like to see in person. If you want honest answers about Timacuan or any community in the Orlando and Central Florida area, just text, email, or call me with any questions. I'm never too busy to respond. You'll find out what you need to know, not just what you want to hear. I hope to see you soon.